Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Chris here. You're getting a 2-for-1 today. Throat's feeling a little bit better. I took a throat lozenge. Feeling good, but I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this particular issue because it's one that needs to be discussed and more people need to be talking about it. And that's the Kanye West comments. Um, Him tweeting about going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Um, Number one, there's no place for shit like that to even be said out of somebody's fucking mouth or a tweet or anything like that. There's no place for it. It's anti-Semitic. It's racist. It's offensive, and he deserves whatever happens to him as far as his social media getting shut down for that shit. There's no place for that. There's no excuse for it. I don't give a fuck who said what to set him off. He either needs to get help or get committed or get his fucking ass kicked. Okay? You either need to get he needed to get help, go into a psych ward, get committed, get help, get therapy, deal with whatever the fuck issues are going on in his fucking idiot head, or he needs to get his ass kicked by somebody who cares about it enough to jack his ass up and say, yo, dude, I don't know what the fuck your problem is, but we're about to solve it right now. And that's how it gets solved. But there's no place for what he said at all. And anyone who's defending him, like Bojangling ass Candace Owens, that fucking dummy, if you're defending that shit, fuck you too. There's no place for it. There's no defense for it. We literally had a fucking war about like going after Jewish people or people of Jewish descent. We had a giant war about that back like 80 years ago. The whole fucking world was involved in it. You know? We had a giant fight about that shit, and we said, nah, we're not going to stand for that. What's more saddening is that more people aren't speaking out about that shit and aren't calling this motherfucker out. I don't care. Look, real talk. Kanye West is a talented fucking artist, okay? I was a fucking Kanye West fan. I don't give a fuck about his music right now. I loved College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation. I love those albums. I'll still bump like some of the songs off them to this day because they're that good. Like, fuck, they're good songs. But I don't give a fuck how talented an artist he is, how good of a musician he is. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in his head, really. I don't care about his psychological issues or his guilt about his mom, because clearly, in my opinion, that's what's fucking with him, is he's never forgiven himself for like paying for the surgery that killed his mom, that inadvertently killed his mom. He's been fucking crazy since then, and he's never gotten the help he needs. But fuck that. I don't care. That's not a green light for anti-Semitism. It's not a green light for him to act an ass. It's not an excuse for him to say the shit he's saying and to be doing the shit he's doing. The shit he was doing with Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, that shit was out of line. The shit he did with wearing the White Lives Matter thing or whatever. Like, it's like stupid, but then you've got Bojangling ass Candace Owens. And that's right, I said it. Bojangling ass Candace Owens and her coonery all up in the mix with him because she's a token and doesn't realize she's being used by conservatives as like the token black woman who is like, oh, well, my people, but blah, 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 because she's a fucking idiot. She doesn't understand that she's being used, and the second she's going to use them, gonna throw her ass away. Same with Herschel Walker, by the way, because they're gonna do the same thing to him when he loses to Raphael Warnock. They're gonna throw his ass to the curb too, and he's so addled with CTE he doesn't even realize it. So, like, they don't realize they're being used. Okay, they're being used, and there's some conservatives gonna come on in my video and say, well, you know, the Democrats use black people too. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Both sides do that shit. The difference is our side doesn't say anti Semitic stuff like this dumb fuck did. They don't. And we don't defend anti Semitism like dumb fucks like the on the right are doing right now to defend their boy Kanye West. Because, oh, it's not anti Semitic, it's just him talking and defending himself from attacks from people for what he wore. No, it's anti Semitic and it's fucking racist and it's fucking awful. And anybody with some fucking sense should call that shit out. But what I've come to realize over the past couple of years is that the only Democrat or Republicans with any fucking sense either left the party already are speaking out against the party openly, like Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, or they're complicit in the bullshit and afraid to speak out, like a guy like Mitt Romney, who I figured would be the voice of reason. Not really, because he's been quiet as fuck. Or the rest of them are cowards, like Ted Cruz, who let Dummy, the former guy, talk shit about his dad and his wife, and didn't defend them at all, and actually wound up kissing this dude's ass because he was afraid to go after him, and he said it himself publicly. So I'm not talking out of turn. He said himself, I wouldn't go after Trump because he was just punching everybody in the fucking mouth, and I didn't want to take any more hits because he's a bitch. An entire political party full of bitch made people without the courage to speak up about something awful. Because they're in the same cult that's allowing someone like Kanye West to say the stupid shit he said. And let me be clear about this. Let me be completely clear. If you're subscribed to my channel and you think Kanye West, what he said wasn't a big deal and it was okay, get the fuck off my channel because I don't want you here. Unsubscribe from my channel. Stop following me on Twitter. Unfriend me on Facebook. All that stuff. If you're defending Kanye West on what he said, I don't want you in my life. Because I have no patience or tolerance for hate against our Jewish brothers and sisters, or anybody for that matter. I have no place for it in my life with anybody. I don't play that. So if you're on that shit, I have friends who are Jewish that I love to death. So that's pretty much all I got. I want to chime in on Kanye West real quick because it has to be talked about. And the more people that speak out about it, the better. I'm not some big famous person. I'm a fucking nobody. But I'll be damned if I'm going to sit back and not speak up about that bullshit. There's no place for it. And more people to speak up and say something. Fuck Kanye West. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace.